my name is Dani and welcome to my channel Current Chapter. Today I want to share with you my April TBR, which is also my Magical Readathon TBR. So let's talk about books. So for April, I decided to join the Magical Readathon. It's just created and hosted by G from the Book Roast. She put so much work into it and everything looks so amazing that I got immediately excited when I saw her video and I had to join. I will leave a link to her video in the description and I encourage you to check it out because it's a little bit complicated to understand, but not so much if you watch her video. I won't try to explain how everything works because it is a lot. So you should watch her video and you should join the readathon as well. If you do have any questions, leave a comment and I will try to answer if I can, but do check her video. So for the Magical Readathon in April we take our owls, which is the ordinary wizarding levels. For this readathon there are 12 prompts. Each one you have to pick a different book to read, but you don't have to read them all. So my favorite thing about this readathon for this year specifically is that she created this career guide with magical careers that you pick one career and you have to do those specific prompts for that career. In this way you don't have to do all 12, but some careers will have you reading all the 12 books. What I did for this was just pick the career that I actually wanted without seeing what the prompts were, and that's Magizoologist. So for Magizoologist, there are 4 books that I have to read. I am very excited about these books. Since I moved to Canada, I was finally able to buy some of the books that I've been wanting to read for so long, so these are one of my most anticipated books, although they're not necessarily new releases. So for my 4 books, I picked some that are very anticipated for me to read. And I also picked some for the other prompts, just in case I get to them. Who knows, I would love to do at least 9 prompts so I can get an outstanding on my owls, but that's really hard. Let's see what I can do. For Magizoologist, my first exam is Care of Magical Creatures. And for that I have to read a book with a land animal on the cover. For this I picked Nevermoor by Jessica Townsend, which is a middle grade book in which a girl is supposed to die when she turns 11, but then she doesn't for some reason. I don't know the specifics for every one of those books because I kind of want to go into them a little bit blind, not totally, because I do know something that made me want to read them. But yeah, this is middle grade. I've heard this gets you Hogwarts feelings, so that's perfect for the TBR. I'm really excited for this. For Charms, we have to read an adult work. This is the one that I didn't pick exactly yet because I have a lot of adult books that I want to get to. So I will probably read Nevernight or Waking Gods. Nevernight by Jay Kristoff or Waking Gods by Sylvain Neuvel. This is the second book in the Dumas files. I listened to the first one on audiobook and I really enjoyed it, but I couldn't get into the second one in the audiobook for some reason. So I found this book on a used bookstore and it's signed by the author, so I had to buy it. I don't have the first one yet in physical copy, but I have the second one, so I could read this. Or Nevernight, which is also an adult book. This will probably be one of the 2 that I pick. For Herbology, I have to read a book with plant on the cover. For this, I went on Twitter and I asked for help, and a lot of people gave me so many ideas on which book to read, but I went with Hazelwood, which has a tree right here. So it's a plant on the cover. And I've been meaning to read this book for a long time as well, especially because since I saw this cover, this is gorgeous. And I've heard a lot of people saying it's boring, and most reviews of this book were bad, at least that I saw on BookTube. But I do have a feeling I will enjoy this because it seems whimsical enough, and I love whimsical books. I think this is going to be a really good book, at least for me. I'm really hoping it will. For Potions, I have to read a sequel. For the sequel, I picked Crooked Kingdom by Leigh Bardugo, which is a sequel to Six of Crows. In this gorgeous edition with sprayed edges. I'm really excited to read this book, especially because of all the hype. I am trying to not let the hype get into my head and not like the book because I expect too much of it, but I really did enjoy the Grisha trilogy. So if this is better than that, I will definitely enjoy it. But I haven't read the first one yet, so for me to read this one, I will have to read Six of Crows, which I picked for the prompt for Transfiguration, which is sprayed edges. So For Transfiguration, I will read Six of Crows, and for Potions, I'll read Crooked Kingdom. The Potions book is my career. Transfiguration is not, but if I will have to get to it so I can read this. So this is another owl that I will complete if everything goes according to plan. Then for Divination, it's a book set in the future, and for that I picked Illuminae by Jay Kristoff and Amie Kaufman, which is the first book in a trilogy as well, and it's also a gorgeous book that I wanted to have for so long, and I really love books that are written in a different format, so I'm very excited for it. I've heard great things about the audiobook, but I just really love reading books in different formats, so I really wanted to read this physical, and this is just gorgeous, so I'm reading this for Divination. For Arithmancy, I have to read a book by more than one author. For this, I picked this book called Kowai. It's really short. It's a book of short stories that happen in Asian countries, but it's written by Brazilian authors. So each short story is written by one author, and I think they're all Brazilian. I'm not completely sure of that. This is a Brazilian book, but they're all set in Asian countries, and they're all horror stories. So more than one author. For Defense Against the Dark Arts, which I had to read a book that starts with an R, I picked the only book that starts with an R that I have. I don't know if I'm gonna get to it because it's kind of long, which is Robin Hood. I've been wanting to read this book since I watched the last Robin Hood movie that was in the theaters, and I had so much fun in that movie. It's not the best movie ever made, but it was so much fun, and I just wanted to read the origin stories of Robin Hood. This is not really short. There's 2 stories in here. Oh my god, this doesn't start with an R. It's called The Adventures of Robin Hood. Never mind. Going back to the other side here. So, we'll get back to that. For Ancient Runes, I had to read a retelling, and I got Cinder as an audiobook from my library. I will try to get to it. I'm not super excited to read Cinder. I've heard good things about it, but if I can get into the audiobook, that would be cool, and I can get that for Ancient Runes. Other than that, there is Astronomy, which I had to read a book with Star in the title. History of Magic, which I had to read a book that's at least 10 years old. And Muggle Studies, which I had to read a contemporary. That, together with Defense Against the Dark Arts, as I just found out, I don't have a book for. So if you have a suggestion for those, let me know. If you know what you're reading for each of these prompts. Let me know if you've read any of these. You probably did. And let me know which one you think I should read first, especially from the 6 of Crows I have to read before Crooked Kingdom, but from those ones that I had to read for my career as a magizologist, let me know which one you think I should read first. And thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like if you enjoyed this video, and subscribe to see more content from me. I'm really excited to making videos. Help me choose the rest of my TBR. If I can get to them, this would be really cool. Thank you. Bye.